Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to winter. Hope you've got lots of warm socks and blankets. Good morning. If you have a strap, it would be great to pop that next to your mat this morning. If you don't need to use one. You'll be able to hold on to the leg, or if you've got a scarf or a tie of some sort. And then just take a moment to think about how you're feeling and how you'd like to start your practice this morning. So whether you'd like to stay seated or come to lie down. If you're sitting, a nice tall upright spine with the shoulders dropping down. You might like to close the eyes or just have a soft downward glance. Perhaps taking a few quiet breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So just taking these first few moments to arrive and to acknowledge what you have brought with you to the mat this morning. So, what's going on inside? How are you feeling? What is longing to be known, to be heard? And how can you be present with what is? The Buddhist teacher Sylvia Boorstein says, "May I meet this moment fully. May I meet it as a friend. May I meet this moment fully. May I meet it as a friend." And Eckhart Tolle says, "Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. Make it your friend and ally, not your enemy. This will miraculously transform your whole life." So the invitation this morning is to see if we can be present with what is, whether that be some discomfort or pain, grief, a sore hip, a sore back, a broken heart, anxiety, and not wishing things were different. The spiritual teacher Ram Dass says, "Where you are right now in this moment, with all your problems, with all your if onlys, just where you are in this moment is the absolute optimal place to be from a spiritual point of view for your optimal growth." So just allow these ideas to sink in as we gently turn our attention now to the breath at the very tip of the nostrils. So just holding your attention at the tip of the nostrils as you feel the breath gently flowing in and feel the breath gently flowing out. Soft, gentle breath flowing in Soft, gentle breath flowing out. And as we focus this morning on leaning into our discomfort, our suffering, befriending perhaps our pain, rather than pushing it away or wishing it wasn't so, may we at the same time offer ourselves some kindness, tenderness, understanding. The spiritual teacher Mary O'Malley says, "Be kind to the one inside of you who struggles. Be kind to the one inside of you who struggles." If you're in a seated position, I'm going to invite you now to come to lie down, and I'm going to come back to meet you on my mat. Keep blankets over you if you're still feeling a little bit cold, but just make sure that the feet are hip distance apart, your arms are down alongside you, tucking the chin forward so the back of the neck is long. And you've got your strap next to you if you've got one, or your scarf, so you can use it a little bit later for a hamstring stretch. But for now, we're just going to start with a sort of a pulsing movement. I think most of you will have done this before, but just have a look if not. So we just start by moving the feet back and forth, back and forth. You can keep this really slow, or you can play around with speeding it up. But hopefully you can feel the whole body sort of rocking against the mat, the back of the head. Just relaxing your hands and your fingers, relaxing the skin of the face. Make sure there's no tension in the mouth. If you tend to hold tension in the jaws, you might like to just make a few, as though you're yawning, stretch the mouth open wide. Perhaps do that a few times. Perhaps even making a sighing sound. Notice how the ankle joints are feeling as you work with this. Backs of the shoulders. Good. And then just slow that movement down. Let the body relax completely. Let everything go. Take a deep breath in. Sigh the breath away. Make an audible sighing sound. Let everything go. We're going to weave in a beautiful, soothing sound this morning. The sound is ooh. So if you'd like to join in, we're going to work with this 5 times with an arm movement. Exhaling all breath, and on the next inhale, just sweeping the arms up overhead, so stretching from fingertip to toe tip, and we'll chant the arms down. So 4 more of these, breathing in. Continuing in your own time now. Deep breath in. Ooh. Last one. Ooh. You finish, again, just relax everything, perhaps taking a deep breath in and sigh the breath away. Working now with our dynamic leg lock pose. So on the next inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to draw the right knee in, interlacing the fingers around the knee. Option to lift the head to the knee, if that's okay for your neck. Otherwise, keep the head down. So 4 more of these. Breathing in, stretch the leg away, arms overhead. Breathing out, right knee in. Inhaling. Exhale. Now, when you come to the last one, just keep the head down on the mat. Drawing that right knee in, holding on either under or around the knee, and then pointing the left toes. So as we inhale now, we're going to raise that left leg up. Keep the chin tucking forward so the back of the neck is long. Flex the foot. And as we exhale, slowly lowering that left leg down. Heel may hover off the floor. And then we point the toes. Inhale, raise the leg up. Flex. And lower. 3 more of these. Inhaling. Flex. And lower. Keep going. When you come to the last one, we take the leg up, we keep it in the air, and we start to point and flex that left foot. And then making some nice slow circles with that left foot. And reverse. And then slowly lower that left leg down. Now resting the right foot on your left thigh, we're going to move into a twist. So we can bring that right arm out to shoulder height. The left hand goes to the outer edge of the right knee. We take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, carrying that knee across the body, endeavouring to keep that right shoulder in contact with the floor. You can keep looking up to the sky or turning your head to look towards your right fingers, if that feels okay for the neck. Just holding the twist and breathing, softening the skin of the face. Again, no tension in the mouth, softening the forehead. And then gently bring that knee back to center, give it a hug, and stretch that right leg away. Body a bit of a shake, perhaps a resting breath here. All right, so let's do the same sequence now on the other side. As we breathe in, raising the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, left knee comes in. Option to lift the head to the knee. 4 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. When you come to the last one, keep the head down on the mat, drawing that left knee in, and then pointing the right toes. When you're ready, inhale, raising the right leg up, flex the foot, and lower. So heel can hover off the floor. Breathing in, raise the leg, tuck the chin forward, flex the foot, and lower. 3 more. When you come to the last one, no hurry. Just keep that leg in the air and we point and flex foot. Just noticing how this ankle is feeling compared to the left one. And circling the foot. And reversing. And then we'll slowly lower that right leg down. Left foot on the right thigh, right hand to the outer edge of the left knee, left arm out at shoulder height. And as you exhale, carrying that knee across the body, endeavouring to keep the left shoulder down. Option to keep looking straight up or turn your head to look towards your left fingers. And breathe. And slowly come back to center. Give that knee a bit of a hug. And stretch the leg away. Good. All right. Let's grab our straps if we have them, or if not, just bend the legs. You can do what I'm doing if you don't have a strap. So we're going to take the right leg up. So either popping the strap around the ball of the foot, or you might interlace the hands behind your right thigh or behind your calf. Some of you might be able to hold on to your right big toe. So just check that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. For a bit of extra lower back support, you can keep that left leg bent. Otherwise, we can straighten that left leg, flexing the left foot. Holding the stretch as we breathe. Good. And then we'll slowly release that right leg down. Let's give it a shake. Do what feels good. And then we'll try the other side. So either strap around the ball of the left foot or interlacing your fingers behind the thigh, behind the calf, or perhaps holding onto your left big toe. Right leg bent or straight. It's a gentle smile on your lips. So when we feel the tightness, the stiffness, just trying to soften, not tense. And breathe. And not too much force, not too much strain. So if it's really intense and it's affecting your breathing, that's a sign to actually just drop it back a little bit. So instead of being here, like I might sort of go here and just hold it here, like this. You know, if you start to screw up your face and you're gasping for breath or you're holding your breath, that's a sign to, okay, I'm going too far here. Maybe I do keep that right leg bent. If my shoulders are all tensed up, I need to just try to soften. Do I need to back off a little bit? So constantly sort of checking in with each pose. What do I need to do so my breath can stay very long and relaxed and calm. I'm not getting agitated. My face isn't all tense. Good. And then gently release. Do what you need to do for a moment. Just relax and let go. Now, a little bit of abdominal work. You can keep your arms out to the side, or for a little bit of extra support, bend the legs, just slip your hands under the buttocks on the lower back, like I'm doing here. So we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. And then at your own pace, you might go very slowly, or might speed it up. We're going to stretch one leg away, pushing out through the ball of the foot, so it's dorsiflexing the foot, and then we swap legs. Now we're trying to keep the legs, if you look at what I'm doing, parallel to the floor. So it's not like this. It's actually down quite low, which is a bit more challenging. So as I mentioned, you can keep it really slow, or you could speed it up. See what feels good for you, your body this morning, your breath. Those of you who want to, your lower back's okay, and you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, bring the knees in, and we do two legs together, pushing out through the balls of the feet, back in. Two legs together. Legs are parallel to the floor, back in. It's quite strong, so just be careful. Check in with yourself. Good for getting the circulation. All of these movements improved through our legs and into our feet. If you get cold feet, if the circulation's not great, through the ankles, the knees, the hips, this is all terrific. Really important as the weather gets colder. I'm already starting to feel some of my joints a bit more achy with the cold. Good. When you've had enough, just release. Cross your legs at the ankles, a hand on each knee, and some nice slow circles with the lower back. Good. And then cross the legs the other way, and we'll circle in the opposite direction. Good. And back to center. Feet hip width apart. Palms down alongside your hips, preparing to work with bridge. Head, neck, and spine in a straight line. So you can keep your arms down alongside you this morning, or we're going to incorporate an arm lift, just one arm at a time, and then both arms together. So a bit of a sequence. So let's exhale all breath. And then as we inhale, we slowly start to peel the spine away from the floor, and we're going to lift the left arm up overhead. As we exhale, we roll back down, and that left arm lowers as well. And then the right arm lifts as we inhale, spine lifting. And lowering. Both arms together. Inhale. And exhale. So that's the sequence. We'll do 2 more of these. So your left arm lifting, or if it's better for you, you're not moving the arms at all. Just keep them by your side. Exhale. Right arm lifting. And lower. Both arms together. One more without my voice, so left arm first. Right arm. And the back is flat. Draw both knees into the chest. Give yourselves a hug. And let's rock from side to side. Good. And then we're going to slowly come over to one side and make your way up into a seated position. And we're going to work with Sahana Vavatu, our chant, which are just popping up on the screen. 3 rounds to honour the teacher and student within you, as well as the teacher and student within me. I hope you can all see that okay. There's a translation there. Finishing with Om Shanti 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 at the end. So just having a nice tall upright spine, perhaps a gentle smile on your lips, soft face, relaxed shoulders. Exhale all breath. Breathing in. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavahai Tejasvi navaditamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So just sitting quietly for a moment, eyes closed or soft downward glance. Just going to work with 5 or 6 breaths, a grounding breath. So I invite you to imagine as you inhale that the breath is streaming down from the sky, from the heavens, in through the crown. You bring that awareness to your heart space, a little pause. And on the exhalation, send your awareness, send the breath down through the body and deep into Mother Earth. So breathing from the sky down through the crown to your heart, little pause. And on the exhalation, sending the breath, sending your awareness down through the body and deep into Mother Earth. So the breathing practice, it can help us be present with what is, stay with what is. So a few more breaths in this way. Good. And then after your next exhalation, gently releasing this practice, we're going to go straight into wheeling the body. So you might be sitting up onto a little bit of support, either legs crossed, or you might have a bit of diamond shape if that feels better for you this morning. Doesn't matter which way you're circling. To begin, we might like to come back to the chant, the sound of ooh. 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 Now, if your legs are crossed, I invite you to just change the cross of the legs, and then we're going to start to circle in the opposite direction. Ooh. 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 And then very slowly coming back to center. Take a deep breath in. Sigh away. All right, let's just take the legs out in front of us. We did this last week. Those of you who were here, I think you all were. We're going to have a go at doing boat. So a gentler option is to have the hands behind you, and you might even just lift one leg, stay for a few breaths, and then the other leg. Otherwise, we're going to hold on to the sides of the legs. Try and keep that spine as upright as possible rather than sagging back like this. And then we can lift one leg. We might just stay here. If possible, we're lifting both legs up, even if just staying here with the feet quite close to the mat. This is still a balance. We can breathe, we can hold, we can try to draw the shoulders back and down a little bit, so the heart moving forward. Those of you who are able to, our shins are parallel to the floor, the inner edge of the big toes is touching. Face is relaxed, back of the neck long here. Forehead soft. And again, check your breathing, what's happened to the breath. We're only doing this once, so you stay as long as you like. If you want to go a bit further, you can release the hands, palms facing each other. When you've had enough, come forward. Have a little rest. Now we're going to have a stretch forward. So either cross-legged forward or legs in a diamond shape, or even stretched out in front of you if you prefer. Exhaling, just slowly coming forward. Again, no force, no strain. Check the breath. And a quote, beautiful quote from Rumi, the mystic poet Rumi. Learn the alchemy true human beings know. The moment you accept what troubles you've been given, the door will open. Learn the alchemy true human beings know. The moment you accept what troubles you've been given, the door will open. All right, let's slowly come up, and we're going to come into a standing position now. So just take your time to come up. Make a few slow circles with your shoulders. The legs a bit of a shake. And we're going to start our standing poses with some tapping to make sure the body's totally awake. So come down to the top of the right foot. Just start to tap all over the top of the right foot, ankle, bar and shin, and all around the knee and your thigh, all around the thigh. and the right hip and the buttock, lower back, and then coming around to the lower abdomen and the mid-rib cage and the chest. If you've had a bit of a cough or cold, just go gently over the chest area, perhaps even just fingertips. Nice, it'll be quite firm to your shoulder, upper back, armpit, and then down the right arm. Your wrist and the hand, each side, fingers. And then coming up to your neck, just lightly on the neck and the jaw and the cheek, the ear, forehead and temple, and the top of the head, side of the head, back of the head. And then swapping over, left side. Forehead and temple, your ear, cheek, jaw, the neck, upper back, the shoulder, armpit, all the way down this left arm, and to the wrist, hand and fingers, both sides. And then the chest. And rib cage. Lower abdomen. And the hip. And the buttock. Lower back. And then down the left thigh. Down to the knee, all around the knee. And the calf of the shin. And the top of the foot. Good. And come up, we'll go straight into some bouncing. So feet hip width, toes are spread. And then just starting to let the body go, and perhaps shaking your arms and your fingers, or let the wrists be floppy, perhaps blowing the breath out through the mouth, perhaps exaggerating that movement with the shoulders. Perhaps swaying. Just do what feels good here. Good. And then we'll just slow that down. And we'll go straight into 3 stale air removers. So you can take the legs a little wider apart. We'll take a deep breath in, raise the arms up, and then blowing the breath out through the mouth as we come forward. Legs bent or straight here. So 2 more of these. Breathing in and letting it all go. And last one, breathe in.
You might want to sway over to one leg, one foot, gentle little bounces over to the other side, and slowly back to center and carefully come up. So any lower back issues, keep those legs bent. Good. And when you're upright, again, perhaps a few more slow circles with the shoulders. And then bringing the feet in a little bit closer, toes spread. We'll do our standing cat this morning. So legs are bent, hands onto the thighs. As we inhale, the chest is forward. And as we exhale, we're rounding the back. So breathing in, chest comes forward, shoulders back, face soft. Exhale, we round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A few more in your own time. Last one. And slowly come up. All right. So feet hip width. Standing into our beautiful mountain pose, Tadasana, shoulders relaxed. Do a little stretch now for our wrists and a bit of work with our arms and our shoulders. So on the next inhale, just taking your arms out to the side, flexing the hands, the wrists, as though you're pressing against an imaginary wall, holding that stretch. And then when you need to exhale, you just let it go. So let's do 4 more of these. So breathing in. Just noticing what's going on in the wrist this morning, noticing if one feels a lot stiffer, tighter than the other, just accepting. May I meet this moment fully. May I meet it as a friend. May I meet this moment fully. May I meet it as a friend. When you finish, just relax for a moment, back into mountain pose, lengthening up to the crown of the head, connecting with the heavens above, while at the same time we're connecting with Mother Earth beneath the soles of the feet. It's like a two-way connection above, connection below. All right, let's just make sure you've got enough room around you. We're going to take the arms out to the side. We're just going to start to spiral. If at any time this gets too much for the shoulders, of course, just drop the arms. But making circles, each circle is a little bit bigger than the previous one. You can keep this really slow or you can speed it up. Just noticing how the shoulders are feeling this morning. When you can't make those circles any larger, then we start to reverse. So each circle is now a little bit smaller than the previous one. When you finish, let it go. And bringing the hands into Namaskar Mudra at the heart space. Take a few quiet breaths here. Breath flowing in through both nostrils, breath flowing out through both nostrils. Going to work with circle of joy. So on the next inhale, we'll interlace the fingers, raising the elbows. And as we exhale, bend the legs, grounding the back. Breathing in as we take the arms above the head. And breathing out, the arms float down. We interlace the fingers behind. Inhale, see if we can squeeze the palms together, shoulder blades together, and lift the arms up. Inhale, bring the arms forward. And exhale. So 4 more of these. Bring the opposite index finger in front this time. Inhale, take the arms above the head, press down through the feet, and exhale. So again, opposite index finger in front. So as we inhale, we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, and as we exhale, lifting the arms up. Breathing in, breathing out. So without my voice, 3 more. When you finish, just take a few quiet breaths. And release the hands down. Let's come back to our beautiful chant. Ooh. So we'll do 5 of these. As we inhale, we're raising the arms up. We'll chant the arms down through the center. Ooh. So 4 more. Ooh. 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 Last one. Ooh. and release. All right, couple more standing poses. Just taking the legs a little wider apart. We'll do a stretch for the sides of the body now. So on the next inhale, raising the arms to shoulder height, we'll turn to the left. And as we exhale, tipping over to the left side. Breathing in, back to center, turn to the right, and tipping over to the right. Good. Inhale. To the left. Just looking towards your left big toe. Breathing in. Breathing out. Once more to each side. And then coming back to center. And release the arms. Good. All right. Going into our, taking a bit further into triangle now, Trikonasana. So turn your left toes around, right toes in. Breathing in, raising the arms, turn to the left, leaning over, and then we take this left arm down. This top hand can be on your hip if that's better for your shoulder. Otherwise, we're extending the right arm up. Ideally, the arms are in a straight line. You can either be looking to your left big toe or forward, or if it's okay for the neck, looking up towards your right thumb. And breathe. Good. Bring the head to neutral. Coming up. Release the arms. And let's turn the legs around. Breathing in. Turning to the right. Breathing out. So again, that top hand can be on the hip, or we're extending the left arm up. Looking down to the right big toe, forward or up towards your left thumb. And breathe. Head to neutral. Inhale, come up. And release. Release the legs. We're going to come to lie down onto our tummies now. And just resting one hand on top of the other, your chin or your forehead on your hands. You just wriggle the hips around a little bit if that feels good. Or just be still. Have a little rest. Another passage this time from Carl Jung. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. Right. So let's work with a little movement to strengthen our lower backs. So our chin or forehead is on our hands. Legs are together. We'll bend the right leg. So your inner knees are touching. You're flexing the right foot. And on the next inhale, we're lifting the right thigh off the floor, pushing the sole of the foot up towards the sky. And as we exhale, just lower the thigh, but keep the leg bent. So I've got a bit of a cramp. So inhale, raise that right thigh off the floor, push the sole of the foot up, and exhale, just lower the thigh. So 3 more of these. Inhale, squeezing the buttock. Exhale, lower. 2 more. When you finish, lower the right leg, the foot, take a breath. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So bending the left leg, flex the foot. When you're ready, inhale, lift the left thigh up, squeeze the buttock, and exhale. So 4 more, inhale, exhale. Keep going. I'm just noticing how this side feels compared to the right side. Might feel quite different. No judgment. Just noticing what you notice. When you finish, lower the left foot. Take a breath. If you want to, just wriggle the hips, the buttocks from side to side. And then moving into Sphinx. So feet can be together or hip width or mat width apart. And we just have the arms in a, creating like a right angle, a 90-degree angle. So your hands are level with your face. If the face was down, the fingers spread wide. So pressing onto our forearms, our elbows. If it's a little bit strong like this, you might come down a bit lower, or even try, this is another variation. So resting on your elbows, just cupping the face with your palms. Otherwise, a more traditional position, softening the skin of the face, and perhaps a gentle smile on your lips, and the breath flowing. We're only going to do this once, so you stay as long as you like, perhaps for another minute or so, but know that you can come down whenever you need to. You're still in the pose, perhaps just 2 or 3 more breaths, and then slowly come down. And we're all going to just take one arm above the head, roll over onto our backs, bring the knees in to the chest. Give yourselves a lovely hug and rock from side to side. come back to center. We'll just go into a gentle twist. Or those of you who want a stronger one, you can keep the legs in this position, feet in the air. Otherwise, just have the feet down on the mat, hip width apart, arms out at shoulder height. Deep breath in and knees over to the right side. You might like to lift that right foot up and place it on the outer edge of the left knee. Looking straight up or turning to look towards your left fingers. Come back to center. Release the right foot down. Realign your spine if need be. And as you exhale, knees over to the left side. Perhaps that left foot on the outer edge of the right knee. Perhaps looking towards your right fingers. And breathe. And release that left foot down. Come back to center. This is a hug and a squeeze. Perhaps head up towards your knees. And then lower your feet. Stretch the legs away. Perhaps a little bit of a shake. And before we come into Shavasana, we'll just work with one more stretch with our chant of Ooh. So we'll do 3 of these. Our arms are down alongside us. Exhale all breath. As we breathe in, float the arms up overhead. We'll chant them down. Ooh. 2 more. Ooh. Ooh. Good. So when you're finished, grab what you need to rest. Socks on if they're not already on. Perhaps something under your knees if you need a bit of extra support. A nice warm blanket. If you wear glasses, just popping those to the side. Sighing or blowing the breath away 2 or 3 times as you settle down. Get comfortable. So when we practice this pose, Shavasana, at the end of our sessions, it's a really important time for the benefits of the practice, the effects of the practice to soak in. So give yourself permission now to rest, to drop down, down, down. Releasing the weight of your bones into the earth. Feeling the support of Mother Earth beneath you.
Shavasana is essentially about undoing and simply being. May I meet this moment fully. May I meet it as a friend. The writer Jeff Foster says, all suffering is an invitation into deep acceptance of this moment and of our vulnerability in the face of life. All suffering is an invitation into deep acceptance of this moment and of our vulnerability in the face of life. Feel free to remain as you are if you're happy here and you have the time and space to do so. Otherwise, I invite you to slowly begin returning to the present moment, to the room you are in, to your physical body, feeling the breath flow in through both nostrils and out, bringing some movement into your fingers and toes. And if you'd like to, quietly rolling to one side and coming up to sit. And I'd like to, when you're sitting, work with a few breaths that we worked with earlier to help us ground and come back to the here and now. So we breathe in from the sky above, in through the crown, take the awareness to the heart, a little pause, and then send the breath, send our awareness down through the body and deep into Mother Earth. So just a few breaths in this way. And then if you'd like to, bringing the hands together at the heart in Namaskar Mudra, and we'll chant one Om to close our practice. Exhaling all breath, breathing in. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for joining this morning. Keep warm. Lots of love to you all and hope to see you again soon. Bye.